It rained that night. Not gently, aggressively. Like the sky was angry with us. She cried. I accused. And between those two emotions, something irreversible happened. We didn't scream, we just stopped understanding each other. She walked away, and I let her. That was my first mistake. I used to believe love was the safest place in the world. A place where hearts don't lie, where promises don't change their meaning. I was wrong. Some love stories don't end when people stop loving. They end when trust is buried so deep that even truth can't dig it out. This isn't a story about how I lost her. It's a story about how I lost myself trying to hold on. I met Mira on a day that wasn't special. No celebrations, no signs from the universe. Just a crowded cafe and a tired evening. She smiled at me like she didn't know she was about to change someone's life. That's how love usually arrives. Unannounced, unprepared. I didn't fall in love that day. But something inside me sat up and paid attention. Love didn't rush us. It took its time. Messages that started with formality ended with comfort. Calls that were meant to last minutes stayed alive till silence took over. She learned my fears without me explaining them. I learned her strength when she thought she was weak. That's the dangerous part of love. It teaches you how to be vulnerable, and once you learn that, there's no unlearning it. She asked me once if I believed in forever. I didn't answer immediately. Forever is a heavy word. It carries expectations, but I believed in her. So I said yes. And she smiled like I had just promised her the world. I didn't know then that promises don't break loudly. They crack slowly. Kabir came into our lives like background noise. Unimportant, harmless. That's how danger prefers to arrive. He spoke with confidence, listened carefully, and remembered things that didn't belong to him. I didn't feel threatened. Love makes you careless. Doubt never announces itself. It pretends to be concerned. A question here, a suggestion there, and suddenly, you're paying attention to things that never mattered before. I started noticing pauses in her replies. Delays that once felt normal, now felt intentional. That's how doubt wins. It changes perspective. Kabir didn't lie directly. He let my mind do the work. A screenshot, a half-truth, a look that suggested more than it said. I didn't confront her with love. I confronted her with suspicion. And suspicion is louder than affection. It rained that night. Not gently, aggressively. Like the sky was angry with us. She cried. I accused. And between those two emotions, something irreversible happened. We didn't scream, we just stopped understanding each other. She walked away, and I let her. That was my first mistake. Silence was my norm. Phone check failed. Replay the past. But heartbreak doesn't give answers. It only gives memories. Kabir stepped into the space I left behind. He didn't fix her pain. He replaced it. And I watched from a distance, convincing myself that I deserved this. Love has a strange way of turning guilt inward. Truth doesn't arrive dramatically. It arrives quietly. A detail that doesn't fit. A lie that contradicts itself. And suddenly, the entire story collapses. When I realized what Kabir had done, I didn't feel angry. I felt foolish. Revenge wasn't a decision. It was a response. I didn't want to hurt him. I wanted the truth to stand where his lies once did. I became patient, calculated, emotionless. Love had taught me softness. Betrayal taught me control. When Kabir plans failed, it wasn't satisfying. There was no victory. Just confirmation. Confirmation that lies eventually trip over themselves. When she learned the truth, I saw something break in her eyes. The same thing that broke in me months ago. She asked if we could try again. Her voice carried hope, mine carried history. Love was still there, but trust had left the room long ago. Some doors close, not because love ends, but because damage stays. As I walked away, I finally understood something. Love doesn't fail people. People fail love when fear speaks louder than faith. I don't hate her. I don't regret loving her. I only regret not protecting what we had from doubt. Some people don't lose love. They lose themselves trying to save it. And sometimes, walking away is the only way back to yourself.